Solving absolute value equations part 2. So here we've got a more complex absolute value equation. And we know that the first step is to make sure that our absolute value is isolated. So I would change my minus 12 to plus negative 12. And to get rid of this negative 12, I need to add 12 to both sides. Negative 12 plus 12 cancels. Now I have the absolute value of 4p over 3 minus 5 over 3 is equal to negative 1 plus 12 is positive 11. Now I have the absolute value isolated, and it's set equal to a non-negative number, which has solutions. If this 11 were negative, we would say that it has no solution, but it's positive. So now I need to set up my two equations. And my two equations are going to be 4p over 3 minus 5 over 3 equals 11. And then my second one is going to be the same thing on the left-hand side, 4p over 3 minus 5 over 3 equals, and then this time instead of 11 I'm going to use negative 11. Now, to solve this first equation, there's a denominator in two of these fractions. It's both 3. So the lowest common denominator is simply 3. That means I need to multiply each term. So I've got 1, 2, 3 terms, and I need to multiply each of those terms by 3. And if it's a fraction, then I need to use 3 over 1. So I'm going to get 3 over 1 times 4p over 3 minus 3 over 1 times 5 over 3 equals 3 times 11. Now I say 3 goes into 3 once, and 1 times 4p is just 4p, minus 3 goes into 3 once, 1 times 5 is 5, equals 3 times 11 is 33. And I can use this. If I look at my second equation, rather than rewriting all of that clearing fractions, I'm just going to keep my 4p, my minus 5, equals, instead of 33, the only difference is I'll have negative 33. And that saves me some time in the clearing fractions on the second equation. So now I'm back to the first equation, and I change my subtraction to addition of the opposite sign. To get rid of the 5, I have to add 5 to both sides. That gives me 4p equals 38. And now I need to divide both sides by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, so it cancels, and I've got p equals, now here I've got 38 over 4, and I need to reduce that. I can reduce that by dividing the numerator and denominator by 2, and that's going to give me 19 over 2. In my second equation, I have 4p minus 5 equals negative 33, and I'm going to change my subtraction to addition of the opposite, and then add 5 to cancel the negative 5. Negative 5 plus 5 cancels, and I've got 4p equals. Now here I've got negative 33 plus 5, so that's going to give me negative 28. And now I need to divide both sides by 4, and that gives me p equals negative 7. So my two solutions are p equals 19 over 2 and p equals negative 7.